Records of birth, marriage, and death, amongst others. It also keeps records of civil court proceedings, and it has other responsibilities. There are two candidates in this race, Brandon Steinmann and Jeannie Stewart. Jeannie Stewart did not attend tonight and did not RSVP, so Matt, Brandon, we're going to go ahead and let's let you have 4 minutes. Just tell us whatever you want to tell us about yourself. Just go at it.
Thank you. My name is Brandon Steinmann. I'm a conservative Republican running for Montgomery County Clerk, and I want to thank you for the opportunity to speak to you tonight. I was born and raised here in Montgomery County. Went to Conroe High School, graduated from there, actually started the first high school Republicans organization there. I'm a 6th generation Texan, and my family's lived around this area for more than 100 years. My guiding principles in life are my faith, family, and the belief in limited government. And because of my fight for the unborn, I'm proud to be endorsed by Texas Right to Life. I'm also proud to be endorsed by the Republican voters of Texas and recommended by the Montgomery Tea Party PAC. And I also wanted to announce for the first time tonight that I've actually also been endorsed by Texas Governor, our Governor, Rick Perry. And I'm proud that he's endorsed me for my qualifications and experience in this race. Why am I running for office? I've spent my entire adult life in public service, and that's why I'm running for Montgomery County Clerk. Not because I need to be an elected official, but because I love this county and I love public service. And you deserve to have someone who has the experience to do this job on day one. So let me take a minute to talk about my qualifications, why I feel I'm qualified to serve as County Clerk. For the last 27 years, I've worked for you, our Texas conservative congressmen Joe Barton, Kevin Brady, and Ted Poe. I also spent 7 years under Governor Rick Perry and 5 years working at our state's largest airport. During that time, I can tell you I'm the only candidate in this race who's handled multi-million-dollar budgets, who's gone and defended them line by line to the Texas legislature. I'm the only candidate who's supervised dozens of employees at the same time. I'm the only candidate who has handled public information requests and had those approved by the Texas Attorney General's office. And more importantly, I would say I'm the only candidate who's actually created and had approved by the Texas State Library and Archives Commission a records retention program, which is a big part of what the County Clerk's office does. My formal education, I have my Master's of Public Administration from the University of Texas at Austin, specializing in urban and state affairs management. I'm also uniquely a graduate of the Texas Governor's Executive Development Program and the State of Texas Fiscal Officers Academy, which uniquely trained me to be able to be the CEO or the Chief Fiscal Officer of one of our major state agencies, thinking like the Texas Health and Human Services Commission, which has thousands and thousands of employees spread all across the state, as well as hundreds of millions of dollars in budget. I also want to say that I've been a Republican since I was 8 years old. I was inspired by President Ronald Reagan to become a Republican, worked with Dr. Wally Wilkerson, who was our county chair for many, many years here. I'm actually endorsed by Dr. Wilkerson, and I appreciate that. Walked door to door on dozens of campaigns for donuts and stale pizza to try to help the grassroots here in Montgomery County. And speaking of grassroots, working as well with the backbone of our party, as many people have said, our Republican women's groups like yours, so I appreciate that as well, as we've continued to keep Montgomery County red. I've also attended 5 of the last 7 state conventions, Republican state conventions as well. So this race to me is about electing somebody who's experienced, someone who has your conservative values, and I believe I'm that candidate. And while I still have a little bit of time left, I also want to tell you my priorities in office. We want to continually be fiscally responsible. Mark Turnbull has set a very good record for this county as being fiscally responsible. If you have any doubts, look at his 2018 presentation to the Commissioner's Court, where over a 25-year period, I believe they had added only 2 or 3 employees. When you look at the rest of the county departments, there were 300 or 400% increases. So we already have a good framework there. We'll continue to be transparent in what we do, in our functions, in our budget. Because if Alice is going to give me her checkbook and I'm going to write checks, she's going to know exactly what I spent it on. And you should have the same as the taxpayers as well. As this county continues to grow, as you look at any publication, we're first, second, or third as fastest growth, we're going to continue to modernize the office. We're going to continue to put more of those functions online, and then we're going to have how-to videos to explain to you what you can do, how you can do it. We'll also add a social media aspect to that as well. Again, we'll continue to look for best practices. I've already reached out to some of our surrounding counties and district clerks and county clerks to see what they're doing well, and we'll continue to try to use your taxpayer dollars as efficiently as possible. So, again, I believe you need somebody with experience on day one to do this job. I need someone who has proven conservative values, and I would appreciate and humbly ask for your vote for County Clerk. Thank you.
Thank you very much.